The Apple Watch is a fantastic tool, but there's a bunch of different configurations you could do on the watch face, aka complications, or widgets, as they seem like, but they're really complications. But these complications tend to make your life more easier. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my complications that I use on a daily basis. After all, you know what they say, sharing is caring. So after this video, list your complications in the video description down below. Now you might be asking yourself, why am I holding my phone like this? Well, I forgot to bring my microphone, but this does a really great job, so bear with me. Now, my complications that I use on my Apple Watch are a mixed breed with the official Apple complications and some third parties. So I'll make sure to leave those third parties linked in the video description down below. But before we go ahead and get started, I'd like to first thank our sponsor for making this video possible. AnyTrans, a both Mac and PC management program. It easily does far more than what iTunes will allow you to do. For example, want an easier way to quickly back up your phone wirelessly without quickly filling up your iCloud storage? Well, with AnyTrans, not only can you easily do that, but all the stuff gets stored directly in your hard drive. So you personally own your backup storage. Its user interface is nicely laid out that anybody could easily complete the most complex tasks. For example, want to use your phone as an external flash storage? You can. You want to quickly create your own ringtones with just a simple audio file? You can. You could easily click and drag literally audio files or video files from your PC to your phone and find these files in both the dedicated application for video. You'll find your videos in the movie applications. This program not only supports iOS but also works with Android. And if you don't have an Android phone, right now they're actually giving away an S10. Click on the links in the video description to find out more. Alright, so where should we begin? Well, let's start off with the watch face. The watch face that I personally love using the most is the infograph. Not only is it because it's stylish, it actually looks like a traditional watch, and just simply looks, overall it just looks really clean. It's one of the two only watch faces that allows us to have the most complications on one watch face. It's this one and the module version of the infograph. Now at first, I remember when the Series 4 first got launched, a lot of people, myself included admittedly, I wasn't a huge fan of this look, but after using it, it just works and it looks not bad, especially when you have the white background like this. It just gives out an illusion, I guess, like a G-Shock watch or something with all the information there. But enough about the watch face. Let's first talk about the customizations. So, the one you see here is phone battery. Let's start off with this one since it's the first one on top. So I'm not sure if the camera could do justice, but right here, the first one that you see here is our phone battery life percentage. And then next to it, we also get the Apple Watch itself battery life percentage. And when I tap on it, although it looks kind of weird, but it gives us the phone battery life percentage right here. And you can simply hit update because it doesn't automatically update each and every time you look at it. You have to manually click update for the watch to communicate with the phone to give you the exact battery life percentage. Now I personally love using this shortcut the most because let's say I have my phone somewhere around the house and it's late and I want to make sure I have enough juice to make it throughout the entire day or something, just as an example. But this complication allows me to check to see if my phone has enough juice to last through the entire night. And if it doesn't, well, I'll just fast charge that thing. And then since I also have my Apple Watch battery life percentage, I can make sure my watch itself also has enough juice. So that's this one. The next one is the air quality. Now, last year here in California, we had the worst air quality I've ever seen or experienced in my life. Thankfully, the Series 4 was actually released before that terrible incident. And having the air quality like literally updating every single minute on my wrist allowed me to prepare and get out and grab some groceries and come back before the air got worse. I remember the highest I ever saw this little meter go was literally at the dark purple, and I really hope that's the last time I'm ever gonna see it there. But since I experienced that tragic incident, this complication is definitely staying on my wrist. Now for this next one, I know I'm going to be criticized a lot for this, but I'm actually using the default weather conditions by Apple. I know AccuWeather is far better than the Apple one because that one actually gives you the weather conditions like how it currently feels like. Then this one, it takes like 30 minutes or so for the update. But the reason why I primarily use this one is because it just fills up the screen. If you look on top, not only do we get the temperature, we also get the weather conditions, and we also get what temperature is going to be the highest as well as the lowest, and it gives us like a little icon in the middle. AccuWeather doesn't give us that much information, and aesthetically, I think it looks a lot more fulfilling because it actually fills up the watch face a little bit more with a cool, clean design. Or else it'll just be a circle with a bunch of lines. I kind of prefer this. This is just a personal preference, but that's what I use for weather. Now this right one is just your regular date from calendars. I simply just keep this here because whenever I'm signing papers, documents, agreements, and stuff like that, instead of just reaching out on my phone, I just always like to take a quick glance on my watch and know exactly the day and the date that it is. And now on the left side, what this one is cardiogram. Before I did used to have the heart rate monitoring one from Apple, but the thing I didn't like about those, if you want to see your heart rate, you actually have to tap on it. But cardiogram on the other hand, you don't have to do that. Cardiogram will actually measure your heart rate like the regular Apple one does every 5 minutes, I believe it is, and will keep that number right there on your wrist. So if you feel like your heart rate's too high or something, or in the case how I personally like using it when I'm training, I use this to keep track to make sure my heart rate doesn't go low, so I am always warmed up for the next set. This is how I personally like utilizing it. And of course, if you tap on it, you can just slide to the right. This is the thing I like about cardiogram. You can slide to the right and it's gonna constantly be keeping track of your heart rate every second. Yeah, it uses up your battery a lot, but if you're doing cardio and you wanna make sure your heart is at a certain rate, I love using this feature, this application, just because of that. Now this bottom one down here is Shazam. I always have Shazam on me, but I especially love it more on the Apple Watch for its just overall convenience. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that also done this, but let's say you're at a store and all of a sudden this song comes up that you've been trying to figure out who sings it. Well, with Shazam, you can simply just tap on it and the watch will pretty much do everything for you. It will give you the answer in a few minutes or so, and if you don't have internet connection, it will save the recording and later on will pin you on your wrist. And then you can also view it on your Apple iPhone. I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm not wrong, it is an Apple iPhone. I'm leaving this blooper. But that's pretty much Shazam in a nutshell. And then on the bottom left, of course I have the activities. I love this because it allows me to just be motivated. So if I know I've been sitting too long, and I need to fulfill the green for my exercises, right here I can see the ring and also the numbers to quickly close them and just feel better about myself. But now on my right side right here, my lower right, I'm not really proud of this. Well, it's not really something to be ashamed of, but it takes me a while to actually read the hands, the arms I should say, on a clock watch face. So I have my current time zone down here, and this allows me to just quickly take a quick glance if I ever want to check out the time. Because I have to admit, it's those little hands, I wish I could make them thicker. Now I know I can't be the only one also experiencing this, but the watch hands on this thing, on the Apple Watch face, I wish I could change them a little bit more bulkier or something that really separates them, because it takes me a while to actually view, to actually tell what time it is. But that's why I have my time zone down here. This allows me to quickly just take a quick glance instead of having to guess exactly what time is it. Now that's pretty much everything. Those are the complications that I use on a daily basis, and I also gave some examples on how I personally like using them. Now I feel like I need to give credit to AppleRoll. He's another fantastic YouTube creator who primarily focuses on Apple stuff, hint his name, because he recently did a complication videos of his top picks, which inspired me to share my complications. So if you enjoy my style of videos, definitely do also go ahead and check out his channel. Now, what I wish we could do though, I want to see other creators, other Apple YouTubers, like BeatMac. He's a pretty cool creator. I love his style. iUpdate, I also love to see what complication he uses on his wrist, as well as, if possible, Zone of Tech. Other large and small creators can also join in on this. Let's just all share our complications to see how they use it, and maybe we could start integrating it on our Apple Watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my part and try messaging them. You guys could also try tweeting at them, and who knows, maybe this could become one giant playlist. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you found this video informative, useful, I'll greatly appreciate it if you can leave this video a big thumbs up. As that lets me know, but that would also strongly help support the channel. And if you like this kind of content, like what I'm doing, want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I pretty much just post anything tech related. So I'd love to see you staying tuned for a ride, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.